scène.
Les supporters sont venus du Gabon voisin pour soutenir les Panthères pour ce 8e de finale. Ô combien ouvert entre ces deux formations donc, qui se craignent et se respectent. On rappelle que le Gabon a terminé 2e de son groupe derrière le Maroc. Le Burkina Faso, lui, 2e derrière le Cameroun, le pays organisateur. Et on commence par l'hymne du Burkina Faso.
The national anthem of Gabon.
Two national anthems have come to an end, and now the Panthers are looking to take down the Stallions. The Stallions are looking to, well... especially this Gabon team. Of course, from the Panthers, who are playing in yellow and blue. It's Gabon up against Burkina Faso here for this last 16 encounter. Very strong team, the Stallions of Burkina Faso, and they'll be coming into this clash knowing that they've already played some wonderful football to get themselves into this last 16, unbeaten. Gabon also playing some great football and getting better as time goes on, as we see the first challenge with a free kick going against Gabon. Burkina Faso unbeaten in all but one of their last 9 games in all competitions, 4 wins, 4 draws and a loss, 15 goals scored and 4 clean sheets. Extremely physical team led by Bertrand Traoré up front, of course, the Aston Villa man. In turn playing in Ligue 1 for Lyon, Olympique Lyonnais. And with Ouattara Dango, who's the 19-year-old, he's only played 50 minutes of football here in Cameroon, but keen to make his mark alongside the very talented centre-forward. Even better record here in Cameroon in their 3 matches played. 1-0 win against the Comoros, who the surprise team who've managed to get themselves into the last 16, of course, along with Gambia. They played a 1-1 draw with Ghana. Need to clear the ball at the back. There's Tapsoba. High ball up in the air and the foul committed. And then a 2-2 draw with Morocco. An eye-catching performance there with Jim Malevina scoring one of the goals, and then an own goal from Naïef Agued, of course, the Stade Rennais player. Very fast and furious clash, that one indeed. Interesting to see how Gabon fared against the team who have won the last African Nations Championships, of course, in Rwanda and here in Cameroon, literally 12 months ago. Burkina Faso on the charge and moving up into enemy territory. Ori picks the ball up, squares it into the middle there with Kanga. He's got support out on the left-hand side if he needs to make that pass, but that's gone a little bit too far, I'm afraid. And well, as the idea was good, Yago was not going to pick that ball up. You can see how slick and fast they play their football. They like their football. They'll be looking to push forward. They'll be looking to keep possession. Gabon able to change their styles as well. I think what Patrice Never's done is really create a team that are capable of changing their tactics during the game. So they've got different strategies. It's a nice touch to get the ball out to the left-hand side. Allen coming up, and he gets a cross that doesn't find its way towards a teammate, but it does take a deflection. That's good work from Obiang. That's the player who was born in the Loire Valley. Started playing for Châteauroux and Troyes. It's a short corner that's been taken. And the shot comes in, another deflection, flying off the back of Bayona. It's going to go out for another corner. Bit of pressure here for Hervé Kofi, Belgian-based goalkeeper. Gabon, he was playing up on the edge of the penalty box. Magna trying to peel away from the back of the queue towards the far post. Picking the ball up once again. Goes for support, has it. but it's just been cut out. And Burkina Faso still under attack. Not a bad little ball there. Find a little bit of space on the right-hand side. It's lofted into the penalty area. Anybody going up for that? If he takes it cleanly out of the air. Playing with fire, they're giving the ball away. This is very dangerous indeed. Oyono gets the ball across with his shot. Stroke cross. Didn't really scare Coffee. You can see that you can't make mistakes like that. Just look at that ball out there. Control was not good by Steve Yago at the back. And they will take full advantage of that every single time, Gabon. The Panthers like to put themselves moving very quickly. One of their specialities in the counter-attack. Something that they've honed perfectly under their French coach, Patrice Neveu. Pushing forward using the slick skill sets that they boast and brandish in the midfield and up front. Mix of Poko and Musunda. Slightly bullish in the challenge. And a free kick it is for Gabon, who are getting some good possession here. And a bit of pressure to Kemumalo's men. Just denying them possession at the very start. That's a firm challenge, that is. And Mr. Redouane Jihad may have to stop the game momentarily. Clutching his ankle, and there's the reaction coming from the referee. Logical decision. Toes just got Dango, the youngster. He's the only teenager in this starting 11. Notice that the studs were up. It's quite nasty. Does pick up a yellow card. See that from the replay, although it wasn't directly underneath the radar of Mr. Jihad at the start. He realised that it was quite nasty. Got it. Can't do that. Can't show the boots, show the studs. The yellow card, the first one of the game, 7 minutes in. Outstanding player, the Clermont centre forward. Clermont football, 76 matches now playing in the Auvergne region of central France, in France's Ligue 1, climbing up into the top flight for the very first time. And he scored 14 goals. Dangerous player. Saw him at Paris Saint-Germain just a handful of months ago, back in September. And he really is a handful. He's a major threat. He'll be a bit disciplined. And there's another foul this time. It's the midfielder Kawira who's going to pick up a yellow. And I think the overall reaction from the referee is to try and calm things down, because there's two reckless challenges in the midfield. Poko is the player on the end of that challenge. There's just something you need early on in this clash. You can understand that there's a lot of pressure, but you really have to try and deal with this pressure cooker situation. Here is the delivery from Gabon, looking to try and latch it in into the penalty area. It goes, headed away comfortably by Tapsoba. He's the Leverkusen centre-back, and a wonderful player as well. Big, tall player, lots of strength. Came through the Salitas Academy, which is famed in Burkina Faso. It's another short corner. And the cross comes in. It's been kept up. There's a chance for a shot. I'm afraid that effort there from Bruno Aquelemanga, not good enough. They still have possession. Comes out to the right-hand side. Bupanza unable to get himself a little bit of space and dart between defenders. starved of possession for the time being, but this is a good opportunity now. The ball comes down to the left-hand side as they go in on a bit of a run. It's Dango, oh, the ball comes across, but the goalkeeper has just pounced on that. Amanome not really outfoxed by that cross, but you can see that the youngster who's based in Lorient, which is in Brittany, northwestern France, finding a little bit of space and pushing himself forward. Gabon stealing possession, Panthers pouncing. But here's Traore trying to produce a fancy touch. Comes to nothing. Gabon on the attack. This is good work. Just knocked off his feet there, Alavina. In possession over on that far side. Burkina Faso looking for a decent cross. The ball comes into the penalty area. You can see that Traore goes down. I think he just stumbled marginally. Good work from the goalkeeper, Jean-Noël Alanom. Plays in South Africa for Benny McCarthy's Amazulu. Coco getting the ball out wide to the right-hand side for Anthony Oyono. Here he is, Oyono, trying to find a little bit of space, trying to untangle himself away from the Burkina Faso defenders unsuccessfully. It looks like it's going to be a foul. Just got caught up in the middle leg. Guira is for Racing Rioja in Spain. Bit of a journeyman, been around playing for numerous teams around the world. Hong Kong, a little stint in Denmark as well, and so in northeastern France near the Belgian border for Lens. Alicante, another team who he played for down in southern Spain, southeastern Spain I should say. There's the long ball, it's a little bit overcooked, all the way back to the goalkeeper. Quite happy just passing the ball around at the back. Just a little bit talking in the press conference and just saying I know which way I want to orientate my game plan. Got players capable of adapting to different situations, different systems. We're already convinced the fans and the people that we can play this kind of football and provide excitement. And he's getting better all the time. He's not just getting better on the pitch, but also mentally. There he is, Patrice Neveu, making notes. Shrewd tactician indeed. That's a little through ball. It's come to nothing. Here they go, the Burkina Faso Stallions. And that's a high ball over the top there by Traore, racing onto it. That's well cut out. Perfectly timed there by Sidney Obisa. It's quite frenetic, the opening minutes of this encounter. This is exactly what we expected. One of those matches where we just don't know where it's going to go. Nicely done, that will be. Well, there is no free kick, and he's still going off on the right-hand side. The acceleration, absolutely top class, but I'm afraid, and it's going to be a penalty. It is a penalty. There was a foul committed over on that far side, and you can see that Manga and co going up to the referee. They can't believe that the call's been made, but it's a direct decision there from the referee, Redouane Gied, and you can see the clash, and it's Obisa. And just look at Traore, he's down on the ground, just look at the work. Could have picked up a foul there already. Goes straight down towards the byline. Just look at the incredible acceleration down towards the byline. And the challenge coming in from Obisa. He's already got the ball over there. But look at that, that's the right hand. That's what it's all about. That's the penalty decision. And well, he's just been driven down to the ground there, isn't he? And that's Issa Kabore with some wonderful running. Product of on the books for Manchester City, now loaned down to Troyes in France. went through Meckelin, but you can understand why Man City want to keep him, because the 20-year-old, absolutely incredible running, gets rid of 2 players. But that final push was the last straw, taking out Sydney Obissa. And despite the pressure on his body as he's driven down to the ground, he still manages to get a pretty good crossover. Well, that's the call. And now they have a scoring opportunity. Just hope that Issa Kabore is fine, because I think we can most definitely say that it's a clear-cut decision. He's up on his feet, which is fantastic news. Well, how about that for a right-back? There is the yellow card for Sydney Obissa. It's only his second match playing for Gabon. Obiang left for dust, cuts inside, goes on the outside. Just look at that little change of direction. Sublime running from Issa Kabore. And this will give Burkina Faso a glorious chance to break the deadlock and put them ahead after numerous scoring opportunities, to be perfectly frank with you, for the Panthers of Gabon, pushing up, taking the ball left and right. Jean-Noel Amanome is the man who will come up against Bertrand Traoré. Burkina Faso looking to take the lead against Gabon. Beat them 3-0, of course, in December in Abu Dhabi in a little tournament. Pre-Afcon competition. You need to listen to the referee. The call is to please get on the line. The AmaZulu goalkeeper told to come to the line, stand on the line. Traoré, the Aston Villa centre forward. 62nd match playing for Burkina Faso. Here he is, Traoré, up against Amanome. Traoré, oh my word! Denied by the woodwork. This is incredible. That was a great scoring opportunity. Struck it really well. The ball's taken over the line, and it will be a corner. Look at that. And Kamamalo can't believe his eyes. And I wonder if Amanome is going to pick up a yellow card for not listening to the referee. Oh no, this one's actually going towards another player this time. It's Bupenza, who's been yellow carded. But Traoré's penalty. Gustavo Sangare with a delivery with that left foot of his. Goes deep, way over the top. Foul committed. Knocked off his feet. Tapsoba taking up his opposite number on that occasion. Kanga. Look at that. Absolutely smashed it against the left-hand corner. Side-footing it, in fact, with a... Hits it well, though, didn't he? Would have beaten it if it had been a little bit lower. Not the case. We have one penalty miss, which I believe is the start of a drama-filled encounter here in Limbe, the Omnisports Stadium. Here's once again Issa Kabore. Well, he did manage to net his 13th goal, the Aston Villa forward. play just to find the space on the left-hand side. Picked up and taken forward. Tabsoba. Accuracy not good enough on that occasion. Nicely done. Good work to try and find a little space and push the ball past the defender midfielders. Blati Toure. Sweden for Vicky Stura. Actually born in Côte d'Ivoire, Boake. Here they go again. Chari looking to try and find gaps in that defence. Is Blati Toure once again getting the ball out wide. It's been a picks up, taken forward by Steve Iago. Gets the ball back again, and they're a little bit of pressure. You can see that Oyono coming out and really giving him a hard time. Committing the foul and giving the ball back to Burkina Faso. Interesting first 20 minutes, a lot of pressure, a lot of possession for Patrice Nuva's Panthers in the opening 10 minutes, but all of a sudden Ivory goes darting down that right flank. It's brought down and picks up a penalty miss, and the Stallions seize control for the moment. I think is possible. It's good defensive play. It's guaranteed to be a free kick. I think there might be another card coming out of the pocket. He's been busy taking the ball up. Blati Toure is the player, 27-year-old. 16th match for 17th match for Burkina Faso. Struck it well, goalkeeper went the wrong way, but he just still couldn't find the back of the net, just a little bit too high. A gaping goal. And when that happens, of course, that is a perfect scenario. It's the yellow card call for Bupenza. Here in Limbe, in this wonderful stadium with a wonderful backdrop. And you can see that Soba frustrated that it wasn't a goal kick, but it's the penalty the corner taken again wasn't in its rightful position. Coming up to try and latch onto this. See what the delivery's like from the Red Star Belgrade winger. Kanga comes across. Oh, it's been stopped. Another shot coming in. Blocked again. And goal-scoring opportunities galore for Gabon. And the flag's gone up for an offside position finally. Call for a handball. Let's just have a look at that again. Crikey. Flying off the head, and there's Bupenza with the shot and the block coming in. Palin, came off Palin's head with goalless here between Burkina Faso and Gabon. Once again, Gabon pushing forward into the penalty area as they try and loft the ball into the box. No one there to pounce on it. Good work down the right-hand side. Oyono gets the ball across. It's met by Dio. Making the magic again. This time Kanga goes deep down to Oyono. Gets the ball into the penalty box. It's been met by Hoko. And free kick going against Liver, showing his frustration with that decision. Everybody behind Gabon claiming that it was an unfair decision. The referee making the right call. Wide to Anthony Oyono. Just 6 caps now for Gabon. They're picking the ball up, and they go on a bit of a wander now down this left-hand side, waiting for support. And that's Dango, but his attempted pass gets deflected. And the Panthers pick it up and stroll off down the left-hand side. Sudan. His pass not good enough. He's down on the ground now, clutching his right leg. Trodden on by his teammate. That was the issue there. You can just see that. It was Musunda's foot that went onto his feet. Salmono's down on the ground. Receiving a bit of treatment, just having a little chat with Boko. It's right leg, it looks like. Burkina Faso coach just watching on to try and assess the situation. This penalty, but still very much in this encounter. Magic spray and a little bit of a massage on that for the right leg. Burkina Faso. The ball back, of course, to the goalkeeper. And who seems to be fine. You can see the possession. Well, it's Gabon actually better. 5 attempts to 1 at the moment as it stands. Once again, they're picking out and they're finding a little bit of space down the right-hand side. Anthony Oyono sets the ball up nicely. He's got a support here. And of course, they'll be looking for Jim Malavina, who's keeping the centre-backs busy, but that pass is not good enough. And here, Burkina Faso go on the attack. You got Traoré darting through the middle. Traoré, can he get in the back of the net? It comes in off the post, and Burkina Faso have taken the lead. Once again, he comes to the fore. The big man up front, the villain, the Aston Villa man. He's doing it again. Bertrand Traoré goes to the fans, and the Burkina Faso fans are jumping with joy. Cameroon looks down and says, that's the way we want to do it. That's the goal that counts, and this is our path towards victory. So much more football to go, and you've got to encourage your teammates to get back on track like Bruno Equelimanga does there. But first of all, Traoré missing the penalty. He knows that he needs to react, and this quick counter-attack, wonderful play in the middle. Dio getting the ball up into the central position. Great running there from Bertrand Traoré. First time shot, creeps in, sneaks in off the left post and into the back of the net. And there is your goal, outside of the penalty area. The celebrations come thick and fast, side-footing it, but on this occasion he keeps it low, very low. Well, you can imagine the scenes now as people go absolutely wild in Ouagadougou, of course, the capital, but right across the country, and Bobo Dioulasso and Banfora, all of these places where, well, it's just a massive hotbed for football in Burkina Faso. They take the lead. Bertrand Traoré, the man of the moment. 1-0 for the Stallions, going towards the 30-minute mark. And our first bout of excitement to get this last 16 competition off the ground. We've had goals. Oh yes, we've had goals, but now we've got another one. Bertrand Traoré finding the back of the net, finally. And there's a chance for Gabon pushing forward. They can't clear the ball. The danger man in position with Penza, of course, of Al Arabi. Plays his football in Qatar. Two centre forwards with Jim Alavina, as I mentioned before, of Clermont, actually born in Agen. So nice little ball. It's been picked up once again. Now they're moving closer and closer, aren't they, towards the Burkina Faso goalkeeper, Hervé Kofi. With Musunda there, unable to just breach that, get through that, past that last defender. With 36 matches played, this being the 37th, we had 68 goals, so that's our 69th goal that's been scored. Actually averaging on 1.88 goal per match, which is fantastic. And that will be a free kick. Bundled over there by Sangaré. He's a player who plays in France for Caftv. He's just in Normandy. Came through the Salitas Academy. Salitas playing in the Confederations Cup a few seasons ago for the very first time, because they qualified, and, well, to be honest with you, a very new club in Burkina Faso. But the academy set up since they hosted the African Cup of Nations in '98. It was a general in the army who got behind it and said, let's turn this into a real big academy. They've got connections right across Belgium, right across Europe now, which is absolutely extraordinary. Some of the best footballers from Africa coming out of that academy. Here we are with a free kick. This is a chance now as Bupenza tries to get his free kick over. Goes for a shot himself. It's low, and it's, well, just pushed away, parried away with his hands and his body, in fact, Hervé Kofi, just to get rid of that shot from the Al Arabi centre forward. You're diving down and just being careful with the bounce. That's what you've got to do. Here is a chance for Kanga to deliver something slick towards his front man. Once again, it's the Jayed, making sure that there are no shenanigans. Speaking French to these players here, they both speak French, of course. There's a delivery, it's headed away. And once again, a second chance, and once again, a decent headed clearance. And it's going up for it, but Tapsoba and Dio 6'2". And Tapsoba, giant as well, two centre-backs who organising the defence. Is the delivery, front post, headed away by Verde, and there's the shot coming in, not bad at all. It's been teed up, he pounces on it once again, and that was so close. Hervé Kofi with a bit of a scare, to be perfectly honest with you. Bupenza with the follow-up, but he had to pounce quickly. Look at this coming in, and why not give it a shot? Do whatever you can. Obiang with an audacious effort there, trying to catch Kofi off his line. He comes back and throws himself into that, and the follow-through from Bupenza. A little bit of contact, but nothing to be concerned about, I think. More of a scare for the heart, I think, regarding that situation, because, well, the moment that you make the save is one thing, but of course to get yourself back into position and pounce on it again is something else. Well, let's look at that. That's a 19-year-old making that very intelligent pass through to Bertrand Traoré. That pass is worth its weight in gold. And having played just 50 minutes previous to this clash here in Cameroon, I can tell you that the the Lorient player who only made his professional debut back in August against Saint-Etienne in Liga in France in 2021, has most definitely made his mark in this competition. Brilliant through ball from the 19-year-old. His first cap was in against Mauritania in December, in that mini tournament that took place in the United Arab Emirates. Just gives you an idea of where he is going. Arthur Adango, watch out for that name. The future of the Burkina Faso national team is in safe hands when you've got a player like that. He's not the only one either. Let's get back to the action. 10 minutes to go in the first half. The ball's been picked up by Verde here on the left-hand side. He's on the books at Ajax. Traoré picks the ball up. Neatly gets it back to his teammate Blati Touré. A wild pass to Tapsoba, and finally it's kicked forward. Camumalo obviously out and concerned at what he's seen, but thrilled with this scenario so far, which makes complete and utter sense. Oyono plays in the Ligue Nationale in France, which is third division. For Boulogne, which is an area just in the south of Paris. Born in Lille in northeastern Paris, northeastern France. 9 minutes to go in the first half. This last 16 encounters, the total energies of the Cup of Nations 2021. It's Cameroon waiting a long time for this competition to take place. It's here now, and we are having an absolute blast. Look at the skill set. That's wonderfully done at the back by Guira. Sober sends the ball up deep towards Traoré. It's headed away there by Manga. Once again dispossessed on the right-hand side. He was looking for the ball there. Issa Kabore decides not to make that pass. That's a nice little dummy. Nice, neatly done. Picks up on the left-hand side. Here's Bande. Bande goes down, and the referee says no free kick. Finally, it's smashed away. And coming up to meet that is Dio, and there's another challenge. Singare hurting his hands by hitting the ground more so than the pain that he was feeling from the collision, it seems. Singare on the ground. Another player who recently played his first international match. Oh, that's nice to see. There you go. See what happened with Sudan, just playing in the way of Sangare. Deliberate. Free kick it is though. A chance for Burkina Faso to push forward once again. What we've seen in the past is just their amazing ability to provide us with some fine entertainment. Burkina Faso, they really have played some wonderful football in the 12 appearances that they've actually had at the African Cup of Nations. Just look at this long-range effort. It's a bullet shot, a little bit too high. And safe and away from the target, picked up at the back with Gabon keen to move into position once again, try and get that equaliser. Well, they haven't come far away from scoring a goal, but they still need to try and work out how to deal with that defence. Stallions at the back, looking very strong indeed. But Oyono has been playing some wonderful football and getting the ball into different pockets of space. On that occasion, it's headed away comfortably. Complicated scenario. Malavina forced to make the foul on Tapsoba, represented by Portuguese legend Deco. for a while. Came out of the Salitas Academy as well. Talked about it before with the Sangare, another player. And of course, on the books at Leverkusen in the Bundesliga. He's 22 years of age. In fact, he's nearly got as many caps as he has years. And that will obviously be overtaken very swiftly indeed, depending on how they fare here this afternoon against Gabon. But it's looking pretty good. He's got himself had to play football in the streets. And a lot of the players here have either played for one of the top teams in Burkina Faso or managed to grab us a good bit of running. Coco cut short in his path. Comes back out with Sunda over into the middle, working their magic. The good ball back out onto the right-hand side on this occasion. First time attempt to get the ball towards the front men. Blocked and taken out. Talk about Ouagadougou, but also of Bobo Dialasso. Here they go again. That wasn't a fine pass, was it? Quelimanga over there. It's a great opportunity. Can he find the back of the net? Oh, it's a great goal. Look at that for control. It's been rifled in by Bupenza, the Al Arabi man, scoring the goal, but you can see that the referee's hands up in the air, and he has called for offside. There is the call. There's the line. And the linesman, look at the left arm. See when the linesman's flag goes up. In any case, I think we've got the lay of the land. Could have been a goal if he had just left his, pushed himself back beyond the last man. Wait for the confirmation, of course, from Angied. Bupenza. He was as alert as an eagle there. But it was the fraction offside. The left arm was just dangling a little bit too far ahead. And confirmation coming through as they failed to score an equaliser, which would have been at a perfect time just before the break. Psychologically, it really does help. Bupenza, such a dangerous player, along with Olivina. They are still constantly looking for scoring opportunities, and two different styles of forward, of course. But it's still Bertrand Traore's 28th minute goal that separates these two teams. Last 16 of the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations, Cameroon 2021. There he is, Traore, the goal-scoring hero for the time being. He is leaving the Central African nation of Burkina Faso on the edges of their seats as they hope to push through into the next round of this competition. It has brought so much joy since it all kicked off 14 days ago. There's the offside flag. Traore just had a straggling right foot on the wrong side of the last defender. Just over a minute to go before we see an extra couple of minutes added on, probably for the goalkeeper down on the ground and a few other stiff challenges that brought players off their feet and forced the referee to dish out a few cards. Mono's first time touch to get the ball into the penalty box. Oh, control letting him down on that occasion. He's 20 years of age. Next ball to Traore. No foul from Bruno Quelimanga. And the ball goes all the way back to Lloyd Palin. This is football for Bastia now, formerly at Nice. Played for Club Brugge in Belgium, had a stint there as well. 68 matches played for Gabon. He's seen quite a lot. Not too much added time. Caftv back into this Burkina Faso team. Of course, he missed the last match. He was to wait for a negative test from COVID-19. And obviously back fit and raring to go. An important player, at least for Charleroi, of course, the Jupiler League in Belgium. Providing us with some fine entertainment. There's some great football that's being played there. Lots of nationalities represented right across the world. From Anderlecht to Club Brugge, Standard Liège, all these great teams. So many derbies as well. Decent attempt at getting a delivery. Oyono gets the ball across once again, but it's met by a Burkina Faso defender, Dayo, on that occasion. Loose ball. Traore's about, you've got to be careful, you will be nudged off the ball. It's a bit harsh in the way that he went into the challenge there, as you can see on Manga. That's the call with the left arm and a bit more of the body, I think, for Bupenza. Great control, pulling it back with the left and then sweeping it in with the right foot. Good skill set indeed. And they go in search of another scoring chance. That deep ball down into the corner, met by Issa Kabore. It's cleared. Well, there's the half-time whistle blown, and, well, 45 minutes packed full of entertainment, lots of drama. And we've also got a hero, and he's wearing a Burkina Faso jersey, because we have seen a goal scored. In fact, we have seen another one. It was disallowed, but as it stands, Bertrand Traore's 28th minute goal has put Burkina Faso 1-0 up against Gabon in this last 16 encounter of the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations competition. Well, it's been riveting stuff, to be perfectly frank with you. The fans, well, they've been enjoying this in a big way. And, well, we don't expect anything less from this extraordinary competition, which brings us the best of African football with so many great teams. And in fact, when you look at the players, they're coming from all over the world. 390 clubs are represented from 69 countries. Most diverse competition in world football. And once again, we see that the party is taking place here in Cameroon, and a goal has been scored in this last 16 battle. Both sets of fans enjoying themselves. Burkina Faso supporters maybe a little bit more than the supporters from Gabon. We hopefully will get more drama, more goals and more entertainment, guaranteed. Gabon, a lot of possession there. The total number of attempts, 7 to 3. 2 on target. You can just understand where Burkina Faso, they've been pushing forward and getting themselves a goal or a penalty opportunity as well. The accurate passes, 131 to 77.
Yes, it's halftime at the Limbe Omnisport Stadium, and the Stallions are leading the Panthers by 1-0. Burkina Faso leading their Gabon by 1-0. And what an exciting 45 minutes, eh? Because the men from Aston Villa, their number 10, Bertrand Traore, Bertrand Traore, yes, quite a tongue twister, Bertrand Traore. He missed from the penalty spot but made amends with a beautiful goal there. But then, of course, Gabon came back, thought they'd equalized, but the goal by Mpenza was ruled out rightly by the referee for offside because they are trailing right now.
Yeah, I'll stick with that prediction. There's still 45 minutes to play. But I'm impressed by Gabon, especially you see that assist by Dango with the outside of his left boot, finding Traore there, and Traore making amends after missing from the penalty spot earlier on, and he curled it a grounder which came just shoved the upright post into the back of the net. That was a super goal by Burkina Faso. And an assist, I think that's assist of the tournament so far from Dango, the number 28 in the midfield of Burkina Faso. But the goalkeeper, I think he should partly shoulder the blame there, because Traore, yes, he was breaking through, he was loose, but there was a defender who was almost, I would say it was a 55-45 chances. Came out of his 18-yard box, rushing and coming up with a tackle, and they caught Traore there, and Traore failed to score. That was going to be a professional foul, a red card, because when you see a goalkeeper and a striker and a defender coming in almost equal chances of coming, yes, you should come out of your goal line to now. Taken goal by Burkina Faso, not taking anything away from them.
Yes, well taken goal. Burkina Faso there, Bertrand Traore scoring past Amonome, the Amazulu goalkeeper who plays, of course, in South Africa for Benny McCarthy's side. But there's still a long way to go as we just check highlights from that first half. Still a long way to go, 45 minutes. And, well, if Burkina Faso could score one, Gabon can score one, can score even two as well. But let's wait and find out what the second half brings as
bending the process. He never minded about that.
he didn't want to stop and pick it up.
No, you can't afford to do that. At this stage of the at this level of the competition, he has to concentrate on putting the ball into the back of the net first, and then he picks the armband later. Actually, it was picked by the teammate. He was celebrating in the near to the fans there, in the track there.
Yes, because I think he felt very bad as we see him there, just going to his fans, because I think he was feeling bad about missing from the penalty spot. And I think it was just tugging at him, and the goal, you know, beautifully set up by Dango, the youngster there, and the Aston Villa man, Bertrand Traore, making it 1-0 to Burkina Faso. I was just saying, just digressing just a little bit, we're still sticking to Africa, this great continent. The Africa zone, the World Cup draw was done yesterday. If you didn't know, well, here's the draw. It's going to be home and away legs. And they're all games of death. Look, listen to this. Egypt versus Senegal. Cameroon versus Algeria. Ghana versus Nigeria. The Democratic Republic of Congo, yes, they are not at Afcon, but they are still in the running for the World Cup, versus Morocco. And Mali versus Tunisia. A repeat of that game at the 2021 Afcon tournament when Mali beat Tunisia by a goal to nil. I mean, Ginola, I mean, those games here, all games of death. Would you predict anyone, any game, which you think that is easy?
Yeah, maybe I might only predict one game. All the other 4 games, to be honest, those are nail-biting encounters, hair-raising encounters, without a doubt. They will be thrilling. It will be dog-eat-dog. But the Ghana-Nigeria, maybe it's because I'm a Super Eagles fan. I think Nigeria will edge the Ghanaians, unless if Ghana can do something to sort out the house. There's something is very wrong within them. This is not the Ghana we used to know. These are not the Black Stars we used to know. See, they only needed a win against the Comoros, and they were stunned by 3 goals to 2. Even in the earlier game when they played this Gabon side, they were leading 1 goal to nil through a beauty by Verde Ayew. But they allowed Gabon to creep back into the game. They equalized later, and they have gone home with only 1 point. Even when we played them in the qualifying rounds to reach this stage, they were not convincing at all.
That's right.
Remember, they only edged Ethiopia 1-0, and the other game ended in a 1-1 draw with Ethiopia. So Ghana, there's something very wrong. So I would say Nigeria looks to be having an easier fixture there, but it's not over before it's been played.
Of course, it's never over until it is over. That's what I always say in my commentaries, whether it's on radio or on TV. It's never over until it is over. Like this game here that we are bringing to you live in the comfort of your own homes or wherever you might be watching it from, in partnership with Azam TV. If you're just joining us, where the heck have you been? It's Burkina Faso 1, Gabon 0, a goal scored by Bertrand Traore, the man who plays for Aston Villa. And at 9 p.m., don't forget, the Super Eagles of Nigeria take on the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia. Well, Nigeria, they're probably favorites to steamroll past a struggling Tunisia, but you never know. Right, second half, what do you think, Shinola? I know you're still tipping Gabon to go through by 2 goals to 1, but what do you think the backing up will do now? Fortify their defense, pack the bus, or go for another one to kill this game? It might still end in Burkina Faso's favor, although I know you're sticking to your prediction. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the Burkina Faso, what they need to do is to solidify their midfield. I think they've been winning some battles in the midfield. That's their strength in the first half. You could see they've been winning important tackles there. And the game, I can see the reason why the referee was issuing out a lot of yellow cards. There's some crunch tackles coming in the center of the field there. So if Burkina Faso clean up their mess in that center of the park, I think they might have the edge and surprise me and overturn my prediction and proceed to the fight, to the quarterfinals, which is very possible. Though I still say Gabon has a great chance of equalizing and maybe pulling another goal to proceed to the next stage.
Yeah, but for me, I don't know, for you out there who are watching, who have been following this action, for me, the team of this tournament so far, I think it's going to be my team of the tournament, even if they get knocked out tomorrow. Gambia. The Scorpions of Gambia, they are the lowest ranked team there, ranked number 46, but they took their group, and tomorrow they play Guinea. So I don't know what's going to happen, Guinea versus Gambia, and then later on at 9 p.m. tomorrow night, Cameroon take on Comoros, the surprise round of 16 team. But let's go back to the Limbe Omnisport Stadium because the Panthers are fighting for their very lives. I'm talking about Gabon, because they are trailing to the Stallions of Burkina Faso by 1 goal to 0. Let's see what the second half brings us. We'll be talking to you at the end of the 90.
Still, we are hoping that it spills into the second half, because we've got to have one winner from this battle here. It's the first of 8 clashes, the last 16, of course. They started off as 24. Now we have 16 teams, and everybody wants to go a little bit closer towards the final. But you've got to play your right game. You've got to get the tactics right. You've got to listen to your coach at half-time and get yourself back out on the pitch and provide him with the right results. And Patrice Neveu is one fine technician. He's someone who knows a lot about football, who's been around for a while, coaching lots of national teams in the Republic of Congo and Mauritania, amongst others. We have a change, and the change is that for Gabon, we have Musundo's gone off, and we have this man here coming on, Louis Ameka. So that's the first change for this last 16 encounter. Here we go then. Let's see what will happen here in Limbe. Bertrand Traore's 28th minute, first time strike, separates these two nations. And with 45 minutes to go, and whatever happens after that, I think we're guaranteed for plenty of entertainment.
In jersey number 14.
Gabon looking to thread the ball through. It's been picked up, and there's Traore. The pass is not just, it's not good enough, I'm afraid. I just saw that he was darting through their Band-Aid, and it's been picked up on that far side by Oyono. With Louis Ameka coming on, born in Libreville, 14th match for Gabon. It's a decent cross that comes over, just flicked away at the back by Tapsoba. Trying to work his magic down that left-hand side. You can guarantee it with Band-Aid, based in Croatia. That's a very good ball if the flag stays down. Oh, just a little bit behind him. But otherwise, that would have been very dangerous indeed. It's been picked up by that man, Dango, responsible for that wonderful pass that split open the Gabon defence. This is good work once again. Cabaret loves to go on a bit of a wander. Gets it back to Sangare. Here he is again, the 19-year-old. Goes down and it will be a free kick. Just knocked off his feet. And the challenge by Poco. Sangare will take this. Looking to try and keep that out. So on a mission here in Cameroon. Try with the left foot of his. Let's see who the danger men, the big boys have come out. Tapsoba, Dio's there as well with the left foot. Lofts it up into the air. It goes flying over behind everybody, even the goalkeeper, Manomi, and out for a goal kick. Perfectly delivered. No one storming in at the far post behind Oyono. I think that could have been the move that was missing. Obiang wins the throw-in. Obiang, here is the one caps, goes on. Dance, he's doing really well to get past Cabaret. I think the arms got tangled up and he brought him down. And it's a dangerously positioned free kick here for Gabon, who will look to exploit it. There's the left arm, look at that, that's all that's needed for the linesman or the referee. And there it is, again, just being connected there. Easily spotted by the officials. See that in the set pieces, the big players come up, Obissa's come up. Obissa and Quelemanga. Just hanging around at the edge of the penalty box is Obiang. But it's Benza and Vino who are going to be the danger players. We're looking to try and latch onto this. Minutes into the second half, hit very flat. No one there could latch onto that. Bupenza. The idea was good. Good work down the right-hand side. The ball comes across. That is fantastically intercepted. It's exactly what you need from your players. And it's not just anybody. Talk about Dango, the 19-year-old. Well, he's coming back to defend. We have some changes, as you can see, for Gabon. And the first change is being replaced by Dennis Boanga, the Saint-Etienne player. And it's a big change. And we've also got another change with Oyono, who's coming off. And he's being replaced by Axel Maye. Two changes for Gabon. An opportunity for Bruno Equelemanga, goes high. Being matched in the air. Chusneva puts his players back into position. Ouattara with a very strong challenge. And I think that I saw that Somela Ouattara has also come on for Burkina Faso.
Substitution, Team Gabon. Out, jersey number 3.
Ball coming out wide, picked up by Kanga. Kanga goes down deep. There's the pick up, Obiang. Goal. Fluffed clearance. At the back from Tapsoba. Loose ball and an opportunity here. Again, you can see Dango putting lots of pressure on the defenders at the back. It's Kaboi. Looking for someone to get the ball to. Traore's trying to find a little bit of space. Ball into the penalty box. It was an interesting idea, but just a little bit too far away from Bande and co. Good work, very good work over on that far side, just racing through and trying to find some space, but ball does go back, and there's a little push in the back, and he's organised for that gesture. Need for that. Dango falling underneath Obiang. A lot of firm challenges. Just backing up into Dango. That's the gesture made by Obiang. 8 minutes into the second half, and Gabon getting a bit more possession. They had more possession than Burkina Faso in the first half. A lot more possession than the Stallions. Just didn't manage to get themselves that elusive goal. Something they're still working on. It's work in progress. But as I mentioned a couple of times now, Chusneva does have the capacity to have his players change tactics during the game. They've got different systems that they use, with different players coming on. So we get our head around what kind of tactics he's trying to implement as we approach first 10 minutes of the second half. First of all, he's probably saying, we're going to get possession, guys. just continue in the way that you played in the first half in terms of getting hold of the ball. Throw in for Gabon. There's Axel Maye. Nicely done by Maye, gets the ball across. It's a great opportunity, but taken away by Hervé Kofi, who did well. But Axel Maye using whatever space he possibly had to try and get that cross in. And he did an exceptional job, to be honest with you. There's Morocco for Ittihad Tanger. Playing for Gabon since 2012. 26th cap now for Maye. They get the ball back over on that far side. Just going again, and it's Bouanga. It into the penalty area, a little flick and a chance again, but it's covered there at the back by Issa Kaboué, and away from the ever-dangerous Bupenza Bouanga. He's miles offside though, wasn't he, the Arabi centre-forward. It was the ball that came across by Maye, and unable to get anywhere near the outstretched hands of Kofi. Into the second half with Burkina Faso sitting on a one-goal lead. So flag goes up. Sides just making sure that we got behind it. Picked up by Obia. Next to Kanga. Leaves it for Parrot. To the right-hand side, where they go again. It was the perfect place, was it? Because the idea was good from Luis Ameka, but we'll make sure that you are meticulous with your passes. That's not bad at all, that run through, and that was good effort indeed. And again, the goalkeeper in the wars with Jean-Noël Amanomi, heroically diving onto the loose ball of Ouattara Dango. Contact with his defender, Silvio Bisa, on the right hand that actually was the moment we felt a bit of contact. Gabon seeking the equaliser. Gabon keen to get themselves that goal, that elusive goal. They've won the ball back. This is nicely done. There will be a yellow card, and that's not good. Poco, another player for Gabon, who has got himself into the referee's notebook. Regarding yellow cards, that's late, isn't it? Very late. Nations stipulate that all cards that have been picked up during the group stages will be erased, unless it's 2 yellows, then that means that you'll miss the next game. So Keita, for example, is missing his 16 encounter, but everybody else is able to play. That's all that matters at the moment. So, all these players picking up yellow cards, regardless of what they picked up previous to this. If they haven't, not on a ban and they're not missing out on the first game, of course, which will automatically be the case, then they will come through. If you do qualify, another yellow card, and there's been a lot of yellow cards that have been dished out, and there will be another miss another clash, of course, depending on how far you go. That's when coaches have to be smart with their tactical changes and who is available. Here is Maye working his magic down the left-hand side this time. Towards Verde, it's been picked up. Oh, that was nearly a nice through ball there from Dango, and just gives Gabon the chance to push forward a little bit. Picked up by Obiang. Obiang gets his ball across, but it's been neatly tidied up in the middle. Really good work. It's a great opportunity. Now Burkina Faso going for another goal. If he can get the ball, oh, he just couldn't get it across, could he, Dango? And Traore was there in the middle. Great counter-attack and an opportunity that has gone away from the Stallions. Just look how fast it happened. He wasn't the player that, well, I think he was trying to pick out Traore, but good vision there from Dango. And Bruno Equatorial getting in the way and doing exactly what he does best. Just forcing him to come back and then afterwards dispossessed. The frustration of Kamumalo. Kabore. Strong challenge from Obiang. He gets knocked off his feet. Free kick it is. Ouattara comes in. Throws himself into the challenge in a big way. Burkina Faso sitting on that lead since the 28th minute. Fast counter-attack. Saw Ouattara Dango, 19-year-old, split the Gabon defence in two with a perfectly weighted, meticulous, low through ball that was raced onto by Bertrand Traore. It was first touch, beat the goalkeeper, Monome into the corner, off the left post. Brilliant football indeed, slick football from the Stallions has given them this advantage. And with 28 minutes to go, I think that it's starting to turn into... There's a great ball into the penalty box, two players going up, Maye was there, and also Bupenza kind of clashed with each other, and the end result, header going high, and Hervé Koppy still on his feet. Let's have a look at the delivery there from the right-hand side. They clashed, didn't they? And that was all about communication, because I think that Bupenza should have, well, I think that Maye should have left it for Bupenza. He came in, look at that, he was in such a better position behind the two defenders, Kabore and Ouattara, and flying in, that should have been steered in, at least on target. He's getting a little bit of a water and a piece of advice from his coach, Patrice Neuber. Back up on his feet. Bupenza back up on his feet, but more importantly, an opportunity missed by Gabon. 8 appearances in the Africa Cup of Nations. They're losing possession. Gabon on the attack. Can they get themselves the shot? The referee says no. There's the ball. It's been teed up beautifully, and the shot is blocked. And Gabon unable to get themselves that equaliser just yet. And this is turning into quite a lively affair, but a little bit scrappy at the back, to say the least. You can't play with fire at the back. And there's Neuber saying, please, can you go upstairs and have a look at this? Well, let's just have a look at this again. There is Kanga. Kanga knocked down to the ground by Ouattara. Well, there might be a call. There might be a reaction. And afterwards, there's too much traffic as Bupenza's unable to do anything with his teammate on the ground. And play on, says the referee. The reaction there, you can see, just can't do that, can you? You can't make risky football in that way, giving the ball away, just passing the ball, really, when you know that there are so many defenders, so many forwards itching to get themselves on the end of that and pinch the ball, steal the ball. Daylight, nighttime robbery, it doesn't matter, it's all the same. Goal poachers everywhere, especially when you're trailing by a goal to nil. And it's knockout stage of the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations. Well, the ball's been teed up, and there's the shot that's fired in by Bande. Traore doing well, but penalised for infringement. Backing up and using his bulky body to illegally consolidate possession. Two-time quarter-finalist in this competition. It was 96 when they first managed to make it to the last eight after qualifying from Group B. Well, they've still got the bulk of possession. They've still got scoring opportunities to brag about, but they can't brag about a goal. At the moment, it's Ouagadougou, which is the people of Ouagadougou who are really happy and celebrating. Look at the skill set. That was absolutely delightful from Dango, and he gets the ball to Traore, and it will be a yellow card. Now, what's going to happen here? He's already got a yellow, and Obisa gets a red card because it's his second yellow. Sydney Obisa sent off for a second bookable offence, and this is a big blow for Gabon at a critical time of the competition. What's going to happen here? And Bruno Ekwelimanga picks up a yellow as well. But what a massive blow this is. And Gabon will find it extremely complicated now, halfway through the second half. Let's have a look at this again. It was very slick, wasn't it? Once again, Ouattara Dango doing really well. Nice two-touch there. Traore picks the ball up, and it's the block. Just look at the shirt pulling on Dango is the reason why he was called up to the referee. And what's happening? We've got another yellow card. They have to be disciplined. It's Kanga this time, number 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards that have been... Well, Dennis Boanga, sorry. I thought it was Kanga that picked that up, but my fault. But this is bad for Gabon. Sydney Obisa, Royal Olympic Club Charleroi player, is the 3rd division of Belgium. It's not the other Charleroi team who are in Jupiler Pro. Walks deflated, disappointed into the changing rooms. Really his second match playing for Gabon. Now they have to play like heroes if they want to try and get themselves into the quarterfinals. As Bertrand Traore sets his eyes on that goal. The momentum moving away from Gabon. And here he is, Bertrand Traore, trying to offer Burkina Faso a 2-goal cushion. Traore, and that is not the way to execute a decent free kick. Kept in play according to the linesman. Now. We've seen teams battle back with one player down on the pitch to win matches. Big stages wasting. He picks up a yellow. That's the third yellow card for Burkina Faso. It's just a waste, isn't it? We just don't want to give that chance away. They have to tighten up the defence now and make it very complicated, but they also need to score a goal to have any chance of qualifying. Nice play indeed. That's very strong defensive play in the back, coming across there. Tapsoba just covering his ground like a veteran. He's only 22 years of age. Being picked up here now by Bupenza. Bupenza gets a decent ball over, forced to head of the ball away. Steve Iago and Limassol playing, unable to see if there were players swooping down behind it. Here's the delivery. Can they get an equaliser? There's a chance. Plenty of space here for Kanga. Out of space. Forced marginally back. Goes over to the other side. Trying to get past the defenders, but they're not allowing him to. Oh, that's sort of snagged over on that far side. He's got to offer. Mauritania playing in Egypt. Azwan just down the Nile. It's Sudan. Of course, Mir Nizir. The teams that play in the Egyptian League. A host of fouls committed, but also yellow cards littered across the pitch when you actually look at the team sheets. 7 yellows for Gabon. He's been an absolute delight to the eye, hasn't he, Ouattara Dango? As I said, first cap against Mauritania in December, at the end of last year. His first professional debut playing for Lorient in Liga in France in August last year. On the big stage, we see a change with Verde, who's going to be replaced by Sanogo. Zakaria Sanogo, the FC Arafat, based in Armenia. Started off playing for Strasbourg. He played for Rahima, one of the teams who constantly battle for the Burkina Faso Premier League title. Great work down the right-hand side. This is sterling stuff as they go on a move. It's Boanga. Boanga's got what it takes, but he just can't thread the ball through to himself and continue that surging run. Snuffed out by Herbie Coffey at the end, pushing the ball forward. They know that quick, slick passing upfield after a Gabon attack could result in an extra player up against the last defender because of Sidney Obisa's second yellow card and sending off. Maya, fraction offside as he hoped that the cameras weren't working for a moment, but of course everything's working perfectly. They're going on a Sanogo down towards the byline. This is the attempted ball over into the penalty box. Comes to nothing from Blati Toure. Good strong blocking by the Panthers. Just look what Lloyd Prallon does here. It's a brilliant block, isn't it, from the left back, right back, sorry. Bastia. Here is the delivery. It's a decent delivery as well. Again, they find themselves with a couple of players moving forward, but lots of defenders back in position. They've got to be smart about this. The left-hand side has just opened up. There's a good opportunity for Bupenza if they can get the ball over there. But first of all, they've got to thread the ball through. That's nicely done. Oh, it's nearly good control, but nearly is not good enough, is it? The work that they did to try and latch onto that, push forward and get that sneaky goal, but now it's 3 against 3 and there's a good chance for Traoré. Traoré cuts inside. Traoré! Great save! It's over on the far post, over on the far side. It's a good chance to get their shot in. And the substitute, Sanogo, unable to get that shot, and it's been blocked, and it will be a corner. Bertrand Traoré. That is where the gaps will open up now that it's 11 against 10. Look at Traoré taking out Manga. Great save from the goalkeeper, Manome. I would have passed it back to Dango, to be honest with you. Didn't really strike it too well, but beautiful cut in from the right-hand side. The ball taken by the goalkeeper, Manome. It's rolled out as Gabon try and unleash an attacking phase of play that will end in an equaliser. Could turn into a pulsating finale here, but of course the temperatures are very high and there's high humidity on the left-hand side. There's an opportunity. Sanogo goes looking for it. And again, Dango putting the ball out to him. Cuts inside. Sanogo tees it up, has support. There's a nice ball over to Traoré. Oh, his control just letting him down on that occasion. Something his upper left leg. Quads are okay. Picks the ball up, waits for a little bit of support. Has he got anybody? Well, there's Bupenza. Strong play from Tapsoba, the Leverkusen centre-back. Unable to win the ball, but he does get rid of it. This clash will take on the winner of Tunisia, Nigeria. That takes place tonight. It takes place in just less than an hour and a half. Here we go again. More pressure cooker situations. Finally, it's easy for Sangare to get hold of it. Here's Traoré. They're moving again. And that's a nice little link up with Gustavo Sangare. Goalkeeper comes out, look at that. He's the 11th man. He needs to get back in goal as Gabon push forward. And again, the temperature is rising here in Limbe. Ball comes across, Gabon picking the ball up. You can hear that they've got support here. They've got a lot of support. What can they do? Kanga and the defensive clearance with Traoré looking to try and pounce on that. But there's the arm that goes up, pallet goes down, and it's going to be a free kick for Gabon. Every time that we get into the final third, if it's done with acceleration, we are on the edges of our seats. Here we go again with Obiang trying to get the ball into the penalty area, but Rwanga and Bupenza are not in a good position to take the pass. They need to get away from their markers. They find a little bit of space, and they've got to work intricately. Lofted ball over it, no one's going for it. With the impression that the energy levels are dropping marginally. That was Traoré, who has been penalised for that, just going in a little bit with his shoulder. There you go, he wasn't anywhere near his man. Picks up, great chance for Gabon to unleash a shot. Obiang on that occasion, and well, he's just unable to get that shot through the traffic. As I said, it's a pressure cooker situation for Burkina Faso. It's a good spell, this is, for the Panthers of Gabon. Another shot, they need to just pepper that goal and really hope that something somehow finds its way past that goalkeeper. Have a coffee. And at the moment, possession is not a problem. It's turning the possession into a goal. Here's Kanga. Kanga going to latch up. There was no reason for him to hit the deck. Bupenza, I think that he knew that that was not going to happen. There is Traoré. Traoré gets past his man. He's off. He's off. Is there anybody there? He's got a player behind him on the left hand. Puts it on the left, puts it on the right. It's been picked up. Here they go again. No, Dango around the goalkeeper. He's just needs a bit of support. The ball comes across. It's been lofted over. Oh my word, they're so woodwork, it's still in play, and Bruno Equelemanga gets the ball away to Maye. They've given it back to Burkina Faso. Another chance. Traoré. Plenty of defenders back in position. Couldn't get his shot in. Sanogo's there, but he'll let the ball go out. Everybody needs a breather, including me. Oh, my word. Look at that, just where are you going? That's brilliant, that's unbelievable. Dango is just absolutely sensational. But great work from Amanome, the goalkeeper. And just look at that. Sanogo, it looked as though it came close to the, nowhere near the woodwork. The woodwork was in fact Sanogo's leg. Kept the ball in play, just couldn't get it in from that acute angle. 10 minutes to go. I think that there's an issue of cramp, which is totally understandable. And honestly, Bertrand Traoré has been racing around in such a big way. He has been outstanding. But my standout player has been Wataru Dango, who's been brilliant tonight. On the other side, I think we can definitely say that he's been very busy. Pence has been solid as well up front. Equelemanga looked like a true captain, holding fort as much as possible. Just because he's still doing this. He's still doing this with less than 10 minutes to go. How he got past Poco was unbelievable. Cuts inside, teasing the defenders, takes out Poco a second time, and then, well, couldn't get himself through the traffic. Got a change. I think Sangare's, Traoré's gone off. Sangare replaced by Simpore. I'm not surprised that Traoré's gone off. There's only a certain amount you can actually do, but he's been clinical and extremely important for Burkina Faso, as they hope that they've done enough to take them through. Mohamed Konate's come on to try and... Oh, there's a handball, great opportunity! It's a block again from Amanome, who just comes to the rescue. Remarkable scenario. The shot from Blati Touré, denied by the Amazulu goalkeeper. It's all happening here in Limbe. Let's hope that this suspense, drama and entertainment spills through to the next clash. It is, of course, Tunisia against Nigeria. The battle of the Eagles. Sanogo on that far side. Looking to try and work with Dango. Dango win the free kick there. And he, again, just shows us what he's capable of doing. Brilliant play for the Lorient forward, who's just 19 years of age. And that was the shot after it came off the arm of Bruno Equelemanga. There you go, that's what happened there. Shot from Blati Touré. Free kick in a very dangerous position following Dango. Here's the shot, and it's the wall. To the right-hand side. Here is Dango. Over to the far side. The header comes back. There's a little slip. There's a chance for a shot. Can they get in the back of the net? Great save from Amanome. Brilliant save indeed. The shot that came in was from Guira from close range, and they were queuing up. We didn't know who was going to take the shot. We knew one was going to come in. Unselfish there just to tee it up. Brilliantly put in his path by Simpore. And how about that for a tip over the crossbar? And the Amazulu goalkeeper, Jean-Noël Amanome, having a sterling game. and putting so much pressure on him, the Burkina Faso men. And once again, they try and push forward.
Jersey number 28, Yanis Clarence Gantu.
We've got another change that's taking place. Obiang, who's come off. With 5 minutes to go, Gabon desperate for an equaliser. One goal and we go into a different game altogether, especially with this situation. One player down, tired legs all over the pitch. Long-range shot, the long-range shot, it's taken well by the goalkeeper, Kofi. But look at that, it was a rocket shot from distance that was fired in by Bouanga. We know what he's capable of doing. Looks up, tees it up, and it's rifled in straight at him, but with a lot of force. Away from him could have been a different story altogether. Burkina Faso in the middle, losing the ball and picked up and taken forward here by Gabon into enemy territory. Well, that's short-lived there. Kutu's just come on. Fact is, you have to go for goals now. No goals, nothing happens after that. It's a goodbye, isn't it? It's the end of the competition. Yanis and Kutu coming on, and there's another foul going against Gabon. Plays for Leon Ladouchere. Kutu. On the books with Caftv academies, working with Drancy in Monaco. 4 years spent in Monaco. Here's Blati Touré. Back to Cabaret. Slip passing as it comes out to Blati Touré once again. Pulls it back. That's gone a little bit too far, maybe. Sanogo trying to claim that came back off. Lloyd Bullen, not the case. Time's running out, 3 more minutes. Camumalo knows that his stallions can't trot. There's no place for cantering. They've really got to gallop, and they've got to remain high octane right till the very end. They can't give away free kicks like that, because they will put themselves in dangerous positions. This is dangerous. And when you've got Bupenza and Bouanga, they're going to be looking for those kind of opportunities. It's a complete game changer the moment that they score a goal. And there's the yellow card for Sanboré. 4th yellow card for Burkina Faso. Nice wily run. And there was racing back, just getting in the way of Bouanga. And those two players is logically going to take it, I imagine. It's going to be Bouanga. There's the delivery, it's not bad at all. Wow, that was close, very close indeed. And they fooled us. Bupenza was the player who took it. Bringing it around with that wonderful left foot of his, who was coming around quite high, marginally high. And didn't manage to get his fingers to it. Soba's coming on. Look at that, Dango Ouattara, brilliant game for him. Abdul Kapsoba. Hasn't played brilliantly in the opening games, first two games when he came on, so I think that Dango's seized his opportunity. Sanogo on the far side went to the last minute. There's another chance for a shot. The shot running onto it, very complicated shot that is. But if you come on and you hit it well, Tapsoba, well, he could have been another one of these Burkinabe heroes. Not the case. Kanga picks the ball up. And they will be entering the last chance saloon soon. The Panthers of Gabon, Patrice Neveu and his men. Another yellow card. This time it's Konate who picks it up. Interception. Waiting to see how many minutes of added time we will have. Here he is again, Bupenza, the danger man.
Additional time, 3 minutes.
3 minutes for Gabon to try and get themselves an equaliser. The block has been made by Cabaret. They get themselves, I think it might be, is it a throw-in or a corner? I think it's a throw-in. I may be wrong. It looks like it's a throw-in. Nope, it's a corner. That's wrong. Here is the delivery into the penalty box. Anybody up for it? It's in the back of the net. They got a goal. The goal has been scored. It's incredible. Bruno Equele Manga has scored from the corner. That's the equaliser that they've been looking for. And the Panthers, well, they just clawed themselves back into this one in big fashion. And that man there, Patrice Neveu, well, he watches on going, well, you could have saved me from having a rough time with my heart 10-15 minutes earlier, because, well, that is quite extraordinary. Look at him coming up. He doesn't foul, he doesn't get in the way, he just leans over and does what he does best. That's brilliant. Coming in from the captain of this Gabon team into the corner, flying past the goalkeeper from based in Charleroi, Hervé Kofi, and there's your equaliser. Gabon are back in it. Gabon can take this game to a different place. There's going to be some tired legs, oh yes, but we've got a game now, and it's 11 against 10. Burkina Faso outplayed in the last 10-15 minutes in terms of certain moments of the game, and of course there's so many yellow cards that have been dished out that, well, who knows what's going to happen when we take this game into extra time, if it goes to extra time. Let's wait and see what happens. Still over a minute to play. An extraordinary scenario. We've got drama like this for the right through to the final, then we're in for an absolute treat of a time with this wonderful competition that we love so much. I can imagine the scenes. Oh my word, they're giving the ball away. This is dangerous, but he's in offside position and he knows it. That was so. It was a gut feeling to pass the ball from Bwanga to Bupenza, of course, which is absolutely natural, but should have waited. Not even half a second. Smashing the ball into the billboards on the side. Maye with the header. Into the last few seconds. This is high-octane drama here in Limbe. Ball comes back, they still got another chance to score. Alex Maye goes down. Ball down to the ground. And it will be a free kick. A lot of tension between these two nations here now. And the full-time whistle has been blown, I believe. That was the flag that went up. And there you have it. It's game on. Patrice Neveu knows that this is not done and dusted. The fans from Gabon, the fans from Libreville, from Franceville, from Chibanga and Port-Gentil and Oyem are absolutely thrilled with what they're seeing now. Comeback time. After full time, it's Burkina Faso 1, Gabon 1. Well, it's just these moments that you dig deep into your reserves and you've got to work hard. And the adrenaline is pumping so much because you've realised exactly what you have to do and how you can do it. But you've really got to conserve your energy, but you'll play your hearts out now. Everything's being thrown out there. 10 against 11. And these key players, well, they're going to be up for this in a big way. Patrice Neveu. He knows that, well, everybody needs a little bit of treatment. Everybody needs to get back on track because, well, a new game begins very soon. Extraordinary scenes, an extraordinary scenario. Once again, we see the two key players on either side of the pitch, Bertrand Traoré and Bruno Manga, taking charge of the situations and making sure that they inject hope into a nation, into their campaign, with the intentions of taking them a little bit further. That's exactly what Bruno Manga has done.
Good news! Azam TV has launched its services across Zimbabwe. Buy Azam TV decoder and enjoy your favorite channels.
From sports, movies, news, cartoons, drama, series.
Well. Talk of I did say it's never over. I did say it's never over until it is over. Well, that's what happened. Hey, that's what happened. Burkina Faso thought that they had it all wrapped up. But the Gabon captain, the tall gangling figure, headed the ball in 1-1. So that means 30 minutes of extra time. Well, Ginola had, William Tingwa had 2-1 for Gabon. But they left it so late. But at least they did come back.
Yes, they did come back, and the 10 men, you don't be surprised that in extra time they'll prevail, and they wasted quite a number of chances. Even Burkina Faso, especially their captain Bertrand Traoré, I think is at fault there. But thumbs up to the Burkina Faso goalkeeper. He was my man of the match. So the Gabonese goalkeeper.
The Gabonese
yes,
goalkeeper.
the Amazon goalkeeper.
Yeah.
My man of the match. I think he kept them in the game. Otherwise, they could have been buried a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, sure. They could have been buried, but like I said, it's never over until it is over. So 30 minutes of extra time at the Limbe Omnisport Stadium between the Stallions of Burkina Faso and the Panthers of Gabon. But do stand by now for the Sunday edition. And well, don't forget that we will be bringing to you at 9 p.m. Straight after the Sunday edition.
Avec la montée de Stiviel, l'ancien joueur de Toulouse qui se centre vers Konaté. Le coup de tête, ballon récupéré par Amonom. Amonom qui se jette au sol après un contact avec Abdoul Tapsoba. Pourquoi un F au dos de son maillot? Parce que tout simplement deux prénoms, Faisal Abdoul Tapsoba. L'avant-centre burkinabé qui joue au Standard de Liège, qui fait sa troisième apparition dans cette compétition. C'est certain quand même, les données ont changé parce que les sorties en fin de partie pour les faire souffler de Bertrand Traoré et de Dango Ouattara ont quand même affaibli un petit peu la force de percussion des Burkinabés, même si on a vu que jusqu'à présent ils avaient toujours su gérer les matchs importants puisqu'il leur a toujours manqué quelqu'un. Il leur manquait Tapsoba lors du match d'ouverture contre le Cameroun. Il leur manquait Bertrand Traoré lors du deuxième match. Une formation qui sait gérer les absences parce qu'on a un effectif assez large côté burkinabé et surtout très jeune avec Abdoul Tapsoba. Il a cherché le soutien de Simporé, plutôt de Blati Touré, ça n'est pas passé. Les Gabonais qui se jettent moins à l'assaut que tout à l'heure, forcément. Ils ont accompli tellement d'efforts en infériorité numérique, puisqu'on rappelle que Sidney Obissa a été exclu à la 67e minute. Ça veut dire qu'ils ont joué 25 minutes à 10. Oh la frappe, elle passe au-dessus. Cette frappe d'Aaron Boupenza qui est en pleine confiance, encouragée dans cette prise d'initiative par Patrice Neveu. Issa Traoré. Abdoul Tapsoba bousculé tout à l'heure. Il y avait eu pénalty pour une situation à peu près semblable. Et on a le sentiment qu'il ne va plus siffler ce genre de décision. Monsieur Redouane Djihad, on rappelle le pénalty qui avait été manqué. Alors là, on était hors de la surface. On n'a pas sifflé de coup franc non plus. Monsieur Redouane Djihad qui a déjà distribué énormément de cartons, on le rappelle. 5 jaunes plus un rouge pour les Gabonais. 5 jaunes pour les Burkinabés. Ça fait déjà 10 cartons jaunes et une exclusion. Vous avez annoncé un match engagé. Vous avez même dit que ça risquait de pas finir à 11 contre 11. Eh bien, on y est avec Bouanga dans la surface. Bouanga qui a le contre favorable, mais Edmond Tapsoba qui ressort. Edmond Tapsoba qui est victime d'une faute de Denis Bouanga, qui l'a retenu par le maillot. Petit avertissement verbal de la part de monsieur Giette pour l'attaquant de l'AS Saint-Etienne. Il siffle contre le puissant Mohamed Konaté. Alors que Louis Ameka Ochanga reste au sol après cette charge de Mohamed Konaté. 1m91 pour l'attaquant du Ahmat de Grozny en Russie. Il évolue depuis plusieurs saisons puisqu'avant il jouait à Kilki. Bouanga de nouveau, la pichenette, il a cherché Axel Meillet ou Aaron Boupenza, le ballon renvoyé par la défense burkinabé avec le contrôle manqué de Steve Yago, donc plutôt de Zakaria Sanogo. Les Gabonais y croient en leur bonne étoile, ils l'ont d'ailleurs toujours cru et leur entraîneur Patrice Neveu a vraiment tout fait pour les y faire croire malgré les mauvais signes qui s'abattaient sur cette sélection. Les cas de Covid, la mise à l'écart de Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang et de Mario Lemina. Problème interne à la fédération. Gabonaise. L'accélération de Abdul Tapsoba à la lutte avec Ngatuku. Le défenseur de la Duchère. Ngatuku qui obtient le renvoi au 6 mètres. Sur ce duel à disputer. May, vers Aaron Boupenza, l'intervention d'Issa Traoré. Mohamed Konaté. Ballon récupéré par Gaylor Kanga. Quel travail au milieu du joueur de l'Étoile Rouge de Belgrade. Il fait un match absolument énorme pour sa 56e sélection avec les Panthères du Gabon. Gabon qui est allé une fois en quart de finale du Coupe d'Afrique des Nations, c'était en 2012 lors de l'édition qu'ils avaient co-organisée avec la Guinée-Bissau. En revanche, en 2017, lors de l'édition qu'ils avaient organisée tout seuls, ils ne sont pas sortis des poules. Ils avaient grandement déçu les Gabonais à cette occasion. Et là, ils sont en train de reconquérir leurs supporters. Avec la frappe lointaine qui passe largement au-dessus, alors que Denis Bouanga réclamait le ballon dans les pieds sur cette combinaison. Il réclamait le ballon en cloche par-dessus la défense burkinabé. Et Kouele Manga, la lutte avec Konaté. Le contre favorable pour Blati Touré, puis pour Konaté. On se bat à l'entrée de la surface de réparation. Lloyd Palin qui écarte pour André Poko. Poko qui a pu jouer avec Boupenza. Boupenza pour Gaylor Kanga. Oh, le retour de Sanogo et la faute, il laisse l'avantage. L'arbitre cette fois-ci fait signe de non, il laisse l'avantage, il fait surtout signe de se relever. L'arbitre marocain qui a estimé que c'était pas la peine de siffler ni sur Gaylor Kanga ni sur Aaron Boupenza. Issa Traoré, le raid du joueur de 3, Issa Traoré qui a trouvé Sanogo, la remise de Sanogo, deuxième poteau, ça finit au fond des filets. Abdoul Tapsoba pour doubler la mise, eh bien non, il y a le drapeau qui s'est levé. Position de hors-jeu, non pas d'Abdoul Tapsoba je pense, mais de Zakaria Sanogo au départ de l'action. On va revoir Zakaria Sanogo, ouais, il est hors-jeu là. Il est hors-jeu et non, Tapsoba ne l'est pas sur la remise parce qu'entre-temps il y a eu le retour de Louis Ameka, mais Tapsoba lui il est sanctionné bêtement pour avoir enlevé son maillot. Alors ça c'est vraiment un carton bête reçu par Faisal Abdoul Tapsoba, l'attaquant du Standard de Liège, qui pensait avoir marqué. Non seulement le but n'est pas marqué, mais il prend un jaune, le 6e attribué à un joueur du Burkina Faso dans cette partie. Heureusement que les compteurs ont été remis à 0 après la phase de poule, ce qui n'est plus le cas en Coupe du Monde, mais ce qui est toujours le cas en Coupe d'Afrique des Nations. En Coupe du Monde, on remet à 0 après les quarts de finale, afin d'éviter qu'une star puisse être suspendue pour la finale s'il reçoit en demi-finale un carton jaune, qui s'ajoute à un carton jaune qu'il aurait obtenu par exemple au premier tour. Ce qui avait été le cas lors de la Coupe du Monde 2002 pour Michal Ballack, l'Allemand, qui avait été ainsi suspendu et privé de la finale. Et l'Allemagne qui avait été battue par le Brésil à Yokohama 2-0. Zeb Blatter, alors président de la FIFA, avait dit qu'il regrettait ce genre de situation, d'où le changement avec le contrôle orienté de May et la sortie d'Hervé Kofi. Donc depuis la FIFA remet les compteurs à 0, mais après, l'UEFA aussi d'ailleurs, mais après les quarts de finale. Le coup franc sifflé par monsieur Redouane Jied, qui a de plus en plus de mal à tenir les 22 acteurs et qui est obligé de rappeler à l'ordre l'un des adjoints de Patrice Neveu. Attention parce qu'il va y avoir un carton pour gardien remplaçant du Gabon qui est averti. Septième carton jaune pour un joueur gabonais dans cette rencontre. Après, ils sont déjà avertis André Coco et Bruno Equalemanga, Aaron Boupenza, Denis Bouanga, Jim Alevina, mais il est sorti. Sidney Obissa, bien sûr, qui ensuite a eu un deuxième jaune, synonyme d'exclusion. Maintenant, donc, le gardien remplaçant averti sur le banc. Le contrôle de Konaté. Sanctionne d'un contrôle de la main alors qu'on voit effectivement il y avait situation de hors-jeu de la part de Zakaria Sanogo sur ce but refusé donc à Abdoul Tapsoba. On en est à 1 partout au niveau des buts refusés pour hors-jeu. Alors un peu plus tôt dans la partie, c'est Aaron Boupenza qui s'était vu refuser un but pour une situation de hors-jeu. Sanogo qui lance Konaté. La sortie d'un bonhomme. Directement en touche ce dégagement. Le public de Limbe qui ne regrette pas d'être venu voir ce match, même s'il n'est pas forcément supporter d'une équipe ou de l'autre. Public camerounais qui assiste à une très belle partie. Beaucoup d'engagement et surtout de l'émotion jusqu'au bout. Avec le Burkina Faso qui a longtemps mené 1-0, cette égalisation du Gabon à 10 contre 11. Grâce à son capitaine Bruno Equalemanga qui tient toujours cette défense avec ce nouveau centre repoussé par Loïc Palin. Eh bien c'est fini pour cette première période de la prolongation. visage des joueurs qui commencent à être marqués par tous les efforts effectués. Surtout les Gabonais en infériorité numérique depuis la 67e minute et l'exclusion de Sidney Obissa, le défenseur d'Ajaccio prêté à l'Olympique Charleroi. Alors, on a vu que la réalisation avait donné le but égalisateur du Gabon à Adama Guira contre son camp. On sait qu'on préfère toujours donner les buts aux attaquants, mais bon, si Guira est l'auteur, eh bien ce ne sera donc pas Bruno Ekwele Manga qui aurait ainsi marqué son 10e but sous le maillot des Panthères du Gabon. Alors, Patrice Neveu, est-ce qu'il peut procéder encore à un remplacement? Oui, bien sûr, Patrice Neveu. Le problème, c'est qu'il n'a pas grand monde sur le banc. Je vous rappelle que gabonaise a été frappée comme son adversaire, comme toutes les autres équipes, par des cas de Covid, et qu'il y a donc des joueurs qui sont indisponibles côté gabonais, notamment Serge Ngouali, Donald Nze, l'un des gardiens, et Gilchrist Nguema. En plus, bien sûr, on rappelle de Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang et de Mario Lemina qui sont officiellement repartis pour des problèmes liés aux suites du Covid, ce qui a depuis d'ailleurs été démenti par les examens qu'ils ont réalisés à leur retour, en tout cas en ce qui concerne Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang à son retour en Angleterre. Ils sont réjouis d'ailleurs qu'il n'y ait pas de problème, véritable problème de santé pour lui. C'est que les véritables problèmes en ce qui concerne PEA sont ailleurs. On tire pour une deuxième partie de prolongation. Avec toujours le Gabon à 10 face au Burkina à 11. En infériorité numérique, le Gabon a réussi à égaliser à l'entame des arrêts de jeu du temps des arrêts de jeu de la partie régulière. Et maintenant en prolongation, c'est vrai que les Gabonais se livrent moins, qu'ils laissent plus venir leurs adversaires et qu'ils essayent de les prendre en compte. Pour le moment, on a vraiment une partie totalement indécise, comme on pouvait s'y attendre d'ailleurs, entre deux formations qui avaient terminé deuxième de leur poule. Avec ce centre un peu fort. Oh, la reprise à Monum sur la trajectoire pour sauver cette première occasion de la deuxième partie de prolongation pour le Burkina. Jean-Noël Amonum à nouveau sollicité cette fois-ci. Il est bien placé. Alors qu'on revoit, il y avait hors-jeu de Zakaria Sanogo sur cette transversale. C'était Konaté qui s'était précipité au deuxième poteau. Non pas Konaté, Abdul Tapsoba pour reprendre ce centre de Zakaria Sanogo. Les deux attaquants de côté qui ont permuté, là, les deux attaquants remplaçants du Burkina qui ont permuté. Donc toute l'attaque du Burkina Faso a été changée par Kamou Malo déjà au cours de la deuxième période. Les sorties de Bertrand Traoré, d'Hassan Bandé, de Gustavo Sangaré et de Dango Ouattara, remplacé par Zakaria Sanogo, Mohamed Konaté, Saïdou Sinkoré et Abdul Tapsoba. Voilà désormais le quatuor d'attaque du côté burkinabé. Pour le moment, c'est vrai que on voit qu'il y a quand même une différence de niveau entre les titulaires et les remplaçants, parce que même si ce n'est pas l'envie qui leur manque, il y a des carences dans la réalisation et les Burkinabés continuent d'aller de l'avant. Avec Saïdou Simporé, le centre, en cherche Konaté et l'intervention d'Ekwele Manga pour encore une fois sauver le Gabon. Ça va être un premier corner dans cette dernière partie de prolongation. 5e corner pour le Burkina Faso. Et on le joue très en retrait. Tapsoba. Ouais, il y a un retour de position de hors-jeu, bien sûr. C'est pour ça que Saïdou Simporé laisse filer ce ballon. Pas très bien négocié ce corner par les étalons du Burkina. Relevé Selmey. Ce choc avec Adam Aguilera. Je ne voudrais pas être oiseau de mauvais augure, mais lors de la dernière Coupe d'Afrique des Nations, la première à 24 équipes, donc avec des huitièmes de finale, tous les huitièmes de finale qui sont allés en prolongation sont allés au tir au but. Et il y en avait 3 en 2019 en Égypte. On va voir si une différence peut être faite dans cette prolongation, avec toujours les Burkinabés en supériorité numérique qui font l'effort, et Abdoul Traoré à la lutte avec Louis Ameka Ochanga. Normalement la première faute elle est commise par Louis Ameka sur Abdoul Traoré. C'est pas ce qu'a vu monsieur Redouane Djiet. « 10 minutes encore à tenir pour les Gabonais s'ils veulent aller au tir au but. 10 minutes à tenir. Il y avait eu 3 séquences de tir au but lors des premiers huitièmes de finale de l'histoire de la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations en Égypte il y a 3 ans maintenant. 2 ans et demi. Madagascar avait ainsi éliminé les Léopards du Congo. Le Bénin avait surpris le Maroc. Puis la Tunisie avait éliminé le Ghana. On va voir si ce premier huitième de finale en Coupe d'Afrique des Nations pour ces deux équipes, puisqu'on rappelle que la nouvelle formule elle date seulement de 2019 avec 24 participants. Amankaron Boupenza trouve Axel May dans le bon tempo, non. Ballon repoussé par Soumaïla Ouattara. Les Gabonais qui repartent, pas de faute, estime monsieur Zied. Beaucoup de fatigue de part et d'autre. Alors que Blati Touré, qui a fait énormément d'efforts, a du mal à se relever. Le joueur du club suédois d'Eskils Tuna, qui présente la particularité d'être né en Côte d'Ivoire. Et c'est pas le seul dans cette équipe du Burkina. Il y a un autre joueur qui est né en Côte d'Ivoire, c'est Mohamed Konaté. L'avant-centre rentré tout à l'heure. Lui aussi est né en Côte d'Ivoire avant de rejoindre les étalons. On revoit cette action Blati Touré se tire le genou. On a l'impression qu'il y a eu un gros choc, mais il y a eu seulement 4 changements du côté du Burkina. Il y a encore des jokers possibles. Pareil pour Patrice Neveu. Qui a remplacé Jima Levina, Alex Moussunda dès la mi-temps, Anthony Oyono de Boulogne-sur-Mer et Johan Obiang de Rodez. Faire rentrer Après Axel Ney, Denis Bouanga des Verde de Saint-Etienne, Yameka Ochunga et Yanis Ngakoutou de Lyon-Duchère, du SC Lyon. Les Gabonais à 10 qui continuent de contenir les offensives burkinabés dans cette prolongation. Avec justement Ngakoutou qui ressort bien ce ballon. Qui va même obtenir une faute. On s'accroche entre Gaylor Kanga et Zakaria Sanogo. On rappelle la règle. Hein. Alors que voilà, le changement, on s'attendait à un changement, et bien il a lieu maintenant. Avec Blati Touré qui a fait tellement d'efforts et qui cède sa place à Ismaïlia Ouedraogo. Bupenza avec Bouanga, le contre pas favorable. Ballon touché de la main et ballon rendu au Burkinabé. Ismaïla Ouedraogo, né il y a 22 ans à Ouagadougou, qui joue pour le PAOK de Salonique en Grèce. Les Burkinabés qui essayent de faire la différence dans cette deuxième partie de prolongation avec cette nouvelle offensive. La reprise de Konaté contrée avec Guira, la frappe d'Adama Guira, ballon qui revient, oh là, sauvetage d'Amonum encore sur sa ligne, sur cette frappe à bout portant, et les supporters gabonais qui ont fait le déplacement jusqu'à Limbé qui forcément applaudissent à l'intervention décisive du gardien d'Amazulu. Quelle action encore des Burkinabés. Ils sont quand même au bord de la rupture, les Gabonais, ceci dit ils le sont depuis longtemps déjà. Parce qu'on rappelle qu'ils ont pris un but en contre à la 28e minute. Il y a eu plusieurs occasions pour les Burkinabés de faire le break. Et les étalons n'y sont pas parvenus. Et que depuis, bien, cette formation du Gabon s'accroche parce que réduite à 10 depuis la 67e minute. Elle a déjà trouvé l'énergie d'aller égaliser, d'arracher la prolongation avec Konaté. La remise de Konaté, le dégagement de Palin. Gaylor Kanga avec André Poko. André Poko pour son capitaine Bruno Ekwelemanga. Le dégagement de l'auteur, enfin ça ne lui a pas été attribué finalement. Le but égalisateur à l'entame des arrêts de jeu finalement attribué à Adama Guira contre son camp. Avec Ngakoutou pour Bupenza. Bupenza qui va rentrer dans la surface. Le centre de Bupenza. Ouais, mais il n'y a personne pour reprendre. Il n'en peut plus Bupenza. Vous voyez, il a fait signe. Il n'y arrive plus. Et le long dégagement, Amonum qui est bien sorti au devant de Konaté. Ce qui a bien soulagé la charnière Lloyd Palin, Bruno Ekwelemanga. 4 minutes encore. Dans cette prolongation, les Gabonais à 10 contre 11 qui continuent d'attaquer avec Gaylor Kanga. Gaylor Kanga vraiment inépuisable aujourd'hui. Avec André Poko, le duo qui a régné sur le milieu de terrain malgré cette infériorité numérique. Ngakoutou qui centre contré, ça va être une touche pour le Gabon. Alors qu'on revoit là, Adama Guira est derrière. Ismaïla Ouedraogo qui venait de rentrer. La frappe du joueur du PAOK Salonique. Plein cadre, mais sur la trajectoire il y avait un Jean-Noël Amonum absolument impeccable aujourd'hui. Denis Bouanga avec Ngakoutou qui est passé. Le contre favorable pour le défenseur de la Duchère. Et le coup franc en faveur du Gabon. à moins de 3 minutes de la fin du temps réglementaire de cette prolongation. Une nouvelle occasion pour le Gabon. Ah oui, il y a faute clairement de Zakaria Sanogo qui met la main pour empêcher Ngakutu de passer. Il aurait pu d'ailleurs prendre un carton jaune sur cette action. Denis Bouanga, alors là, du côté burkinabé, évidemment, on est extrêmement vigilant. C'est sur un coup de pied arrêté que les Gabonais sont venus arracher la prolongation en toute fin de partie. Denis Bouanga pour le frapper. Est-ce que les Panthères vont aller griffer et éviter la prolongation, la séance de tir au but? Denis Bouanga. Denis Bouanga, c'est repoussé par la défense des Burkinabés. Prend son temps, hein, Bouanga, pour la faire cette touche. Il va même la laisser à Gaylor Kanga. Ils ont fait tellement d'efforts, les Gabonais. Avec Denis Bouanga, la bonne couverture du joueur de Saint-Etienne qui se remet dans le sens du but. La frappe de Denis Bouanga à côté. Bupenza et May qui espéraient la passe de la part de l'attaquant des Verts. Et la contre-attaque pour Abdoul Tapsoba. Abdoul Tapsoba sanctionné pour cette faute. Sur Louis Ameka Ochonga. La réglementation si on va au tir au but, et bien comme il n'y a que 10 joueurs gabonais, il y aura forcément un Burkinabé qui sera enlevé de la liste des tireurs. Souvent c'est le gardien, mais pas forcément, pas systématiquement. On verra ce que décide Kamou Malo, le sélectionneur des étalons. Alors que Jean-Noël Amonum lui est chaud hein, pour la séance de tir au but avec tout ce qu'il a eu à faire comme intervention lors des dernières minutes. Et la faute de Axel May. C'est donc à la loterie des tirs au but que ça va se jouer. À moins d'un but maintenant, mais bon, on est à moins d'une minute de la fin de cette prolongation. Il y aura peut-être un peu de temps additionnel. Il y a eu quoi? Il y a eu un changement. Donc on va voir si monsieur Redouane Djiet donne quand même du temps additionnel à cette prolongation. Hervé Kofi, loin devant vers Konaté. La remise de Konaté pour Simporé. Simporé, ouais, non mais c'est pas comme ça qu'ils vont trouver le chemin du but avec Ouattara qui écarte pour... il n'a pas eu Issa Traoré. Le bon retour de Ngatukuto. Et bien voilà, c'est fini. Première séance de tir au but de cette Coupe d'Afrique des Nations qui confirme la règle que lorsqu'on va en prolongation en huitième de finale de la CAN, et bien 4 fois sur 4 maintenant, on va au tir au but. Hervé Kofi, la petite prière du gardien burkinabé qui a été impeccable jusqu'à cette 90e minute. Et ce corner sur lequel Bruno Ekwele Manga est venu placer sa tête. Le ballon qui a fini au fond des filets après avoir été dévié par son coéquipier Adama Guira. Ça va être à lui de jouer encore plus maintenant. Hervé Kofi, 41e sélection aujourd'hui pour le natif de Bobo Dioulasso, passé par le LOSC. Hervé Kofi, dont le papa, Hyacinthe Kofi, avait participé à la qualification, aux qualifications pour la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations 2000 avec cette équipe du Burkina Faso. En 2000, le Burkina Faso qui était allé à la CAN et qui n'avait pas franchi le premier tour. Belle performance des étalons dans cette compétition, ça reste les demi-finales. En 1998, il l'avait organisé sous la coupe de Philippe Troussier, et puis bien sûr la finale en 2013 et de nouveau la demi-finale en 2017 lors de la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations organisée au Gabon, justement, là où les Panthères, lors de cette édition-là, n'avaient pas franchi le premier tour. s'agit de déjà passer en quart de finale. Et on sait que normalement, jusqu'à présent, en tout cas, le Burkina Faso, lorsqu'ils sortaient des poules, ils allaient dans le dernier carré. Mais pour eux, comme pour les Gabonais, c'est inédit aujourd'hui puisque c'est la première fois qu'ils participent à un huitième de finale. On vous rappelle que cette formule de la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations à 24, elle est arrivée pour la première fois en 2019, mais qu'en 2019, ni le Burkina Faso ni le Gabon n'étaient qualifiés. Ils sont de retour en phase finale. Ils sont face à face. Et ils vont jouer maintenant au tir au but une place en quart de finale. En quart de finale de Coupe d'Afrique des Nations, avec la Guinée qu'il a dirigée de 2004 à 2006. Avec le Civic Guinée, il avait réussi d'ailleurs une très belle Coupe d'Afrique des Nations 2006. Et en premier tour, ils avaient gagné tous les matchs contre la Tunisie, la Zambie, l'Afrique du Sud. Ils étaient tombés en quart de finale face au Sénégal, malgré des buts de Kaba Diawara et de Pascal Faindouno. Ils avaient été battus 3-2. La Guinée, les Guinéens, alors entraînés par Patrice Neveu. Cette fois-ci, l'expérimenté entraîneur français veut retourner en quart de finale. Patrice Neveu a bâti cette sélection qu'il a totalement relancée depuis 2019, depuis le mois de mai 2019. Et en face, côté burkinabé, évidemment, Kalou Malo, qui est lui aussi en poste depuis 2019. Il veut mener ses étalons loin dans l'épreuve. Confirmer cette règle, hein, que lorsque le Burkina sort des poules, il va dans le dernier quart. Prochain adversaire de cette Coupe d'Afrique pour le vainqueur de ce huitième de finale, ce sera le vainqueur de Nigeria-Tunisie. Vous pourrez suivre tout à l'heure l'autre huitième de finale du jour qui se joue à Garoua, là où se jouera d'ailleurs le quart de finale, dans lequel sera impliqué le vainqueur de cette séance de tir au but. On ne connaît pas encore les tireurs de part et d'autre. C'est juste que dans cette Coupe d'Afrique des Nations, le Burkina Faso affichait jusqu'à présent, à l'issue du premier tour, le meilleur taux de tir cadré de la compétition. 12 sur 21, soit 57%, mieux que le Nigeria, mieux que le Cameroun. Mais aujourd'hui, ça n'a pas suffi pour les étalons pour faire la différence dans le temps réglementaire ou même lors de cette prolongation. Et lors de la dernière confrontation entre les deux équipes en Coupe d'Afrique des Nations, on avait déjà eu ce score de 1 partout, mais c'était en phase de poule. Juste Nakoulma, l'ancien attaquant du FC Nantes, qui avait ouvert le score pour les étalons, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, qui avait égalisé alors pour les Panthères du Gabon. Depuis cette confrontation, eh bien, que ni Burkina ni le Gabon n'avaient participé à la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations 2019. C'est donc un retour à la compétition pour les deux, alors que les gardiens vont écouter les consignes de l'arbitre marocain, monsieur Redouane Djiet. Les gardiens ont plutôt les capitaines, puisque c'est Bruno Ekolemanga qui répond à l'appel de l'arbitre marocain. Kofi qui a l'air assez serein, et donc c'est un spécialiste des tirs au but, le gardien de Charleroi. Il a été un peu moins sollicité au cours de cette partie, quoique c'est le Gabon qui avait dominé 60% de possession de la part du Gabon lors du temps réglementaire. On n'a pas eu les statistiques à l'issue de la prolongation. peu de superstition dans les gestes d'avant-séance de part et d'autre, notamment du côté du Burkina Faso. Côté burkinabé en tout cas, tous les joueurs sont déjà regroupés au centre du terrain et ce sont les Gabonais qui vont frapper les premiers avec Denis Bouanga qui est là pour montrer l'exemple. Voilà, c'est maintenant monsieur Redouane Chied qui rappelle la règle aux deux gardiens. Hervé Kofi, 25 ans, 41e sélection pour le Burkina. Jean-Noël Amonom, 24 ans, 8e sélection pour le Gabon. Denis Bouanga, l'expérimenté attaquant de Saint-Etienne, pour s'élancer en premier face à Hervé Kofi. Denis Bouanga face à Hervé Kofi. Denis Bouanga qui prend Hervé Kofi à contre-pied et qui met le Gabon dans une situation idéale pour la plus grande joie des supporters des Panthères. Il n'était pas tellement appuyé son tir, mais il a bien embarqué dans sa feinte Hervé Kofi. Et du coup, le Gabon tout de suite passe devant. Alors que c'est Issa Traoré, le latéral droit prêté par Manchester City à 3, qui va frapper le premier pénalty du côté du Burkina Faso. Traoré qui s'élance. Oh, il a bien placé. Il a très bien placé son tir, Issa Traoré. Il a bien ouvert son pied, mais il l'a bien placé dans la lucarne. Impossible à aller chercher pour Jean-Noël Amonom. On rappelle que le Burkina a raté un tir au but dans cette série par son capitaine Bertrand Traoré, qui est sorti depuis, donc il ne risque pas de retirer lors de cette séance. May pour ce deuxième tir au but côté gabonais. C'est May qui joue au Maroc à l'Itihad de Tanger. 29e sélection pour lui aujourd'hui. Pareil, il est rentré en cours de match, il doit être un peu moins fatigué que les autres. Axel May, la petite feinte, il s'élance et il prend un contre-pied Hervé Kofi. Pour la plus grande joie, encore une fois, du public gabonais présent dans ce stade de Lembe. Ah, il a tout fait là. À Kofi May. D'ailleurs, on se demande, là on voit le gardien burkinabé qui regarde l'arbitre pour savoir si toutes les petites feintes qu'a fait Axel May étaient réglementaires, mais le pénalty est bien validé. Et c'est maintenant le défenseur Soumaïla Ouattara qui a été titularisé au dernier moment à la place de Issoufou Dayo, touché au mollet. Soumaïla Ouattara qui va frapper ce tir au but. Soumaïla Ouattara qui s'élance doucement et qui le place au ras du poteau. On a cru que Jean-Noël Amonom allait le sortir. Il n'était pas loin, hein, le gardien gabonais. Sur cette frappe de Soumaïla Ouattara, il part du bon côté. Ah, il l'effleure du bout du gant. Et Soumaïla Ouattara l'avait bien placé au ras du poteau. Il est grand, hein, Jean-Noël Amonom, 1m86. Forcément, il prend de la place dans le but. Et face à Hervé Kofi, c'est au tour d'Aaron Boupenza, lui, il a joué l'intégralité de la rencontre. Il n'a pas ménagé ses efforts. Les deux précédents tireurs désignés par Patrice Neveu, Denis Bouanga et Axel May, étaient rentrés en cours de partie. Lui, il a fait des efforts considérables à rendre Boupenza. Boupenza qui s'élance, il prend parfaitement un contre-pied. Hervé Kofi, pour le moment, tous ses tirs au but sont très bien tirés. Et à chaque fois, Hervé Kofi est embarqué du mauvais côté par les tireurs gabonais. Le soulagement de Patrice Neveu. Après ce troisième tir au but réussi, alors que là maintenant c'est Edmond Tapsoba, le défenseur du Bayer Leverkusen. Lui aussi a joué l'intégralité de la rencontre. Il se présente face à Jean-Noël Amonum. Edmond Tapsoba face à Jean-Noël Amonum pour le 6e tir au but de cette série. Amonum qui est pris à contre-pied par Tapsoba. Pour le moment, c'est un sans faute de part et d'autre. On en est à 3 partout. Vraiment une série parfaitement préparée des deux côtés. Les tireurs qui ne laissent vraiment aucun espoir. S'il y a eu Jean-Noël Amonum sur la frappe de Soumaïla Ouattara qui était pas loin. Mais sinon, pour le moment, c'est un sans faute dans la façon d'exécuter les frappes. Alors que Gaylor Kanga se présente à son tour. Lui aussi a fait un effort considérable pendant plus de 120 minutes. Gaylor Kanga face à Hervé Kofi. Au milieu de terrain de l'Étoile Rouge de Belgrade. Il s'élance, Gaylor Kanga. Oh, il est repoussé! Gaylor Kanga, la petite feinte. Et cette fois-ci, Hervé Kofi est parti du bon côté. On vous avait dit que c'était un spécialiste des tirs au but. Et cette fois-ci, il a parfaitement sorti cette frappe de Gaylor Kanga. Ouais, voilà, il part du bon côté. Les petits pas de Gaylor Kanga n'ont pas trompé Hervé Kofi. Il s'est détendu du bon côté. Et maintenant, eh bien, le Burkina peut passer devant, à condition que le prochain tireur transforme évidemment. Et le prochain tireur, c'est Saïdou Simpora, le milieu de terrain du Ittihad d'Alexandrie, le club égyptien. Simpora qui est rentré en cours de partie. Il est donc a priori un peu moins fatigué que les autres. On va voir si Jean-Noël Amonum arrive à remettre le Gabon dans la course. Voilà, c'est au-dessus. C'est manqué aussi par Simpora. Il a frappé trop fort. Et son ballon qui part au-dessus de la transversale du but défendu par Jean-Noël Amonum. Quelle rencontre! L'espoir qui revient à nouveau dans le camp gabonais. Bien serré d'Hervé Kofi. Et Kanga qui a raté tout à l'heure le pénalty, consolé par ses compatriotes. Alors que c'est André Poko qui se présente maintenant, l'inépuisable milieu de terrain des Panthères. André Poko qui va prendre ses responsabilités, lui qui honorait aujourd'hui sa 70e sélection à 29 ans sous le maillot gabonais. Le milieu de terrain de l'Altaï d'Izmir qui prend son temps, pas se précipiter face à Hervé Kofi. André Poko qui s'élance. André Poko! Oh, ce ballon! Il a été touché, il semble, par Kofi. Mais Poko, un peu en réussite, il frappe fort au centre du but. Non, il n'est pas touché du tout. Il est bien pris à contre-pied. Il a bien pris à contre-pied Kofi. Parce que s'il l'avait touché, Kofi, on a vu tout à l'heure qu'il est capable de le repousser. 4-3, eh bien, ça peut être décisif ce tir au but, évidemment. Parce que si le Burkina le manque, c'est le Gabon qui est en quart de finale. Pour le frapper, ce dernier tir au but face à Jean-Noël Amonum, c'est Steve Yago, l'expérimenté défenseur de Toulouse et de Caen qui est maintenant en Chypre à l'Aris de Limassol. Steve Yago, 62e sélection aujourd'hui. Steve Yago, c'est au fond. Eh bien, on passe maintenant à ce qu'on appelle la mort subite. 4 partout à l'issue de la première séance. On va continuer. Et le premier qui rate est éliminé. C'est ainsi que ça se passe désormais dans cette séance de tir au but. La plus longue séance de l'histoire, elle avait eu lieu en 4 février le 4 février 2006 au Caire, en quart de finale entre le Cameroun et la Côte d'Ivoire. Après une rencontre qui s'était terminée sur le score d'un partout après prolongation. Elle s'était finie sur le score de 12-11 en faveur de la Côte d'Ivoire face au Cameroun. Bruno Ekwelemanga. Bruno Ekwelemanga, c'est touché par Hervé Kofi. Mais ça finit quand même au fond. Ekwelemanga qui a placé ce ballon au ras du poteau. Kofi qui le touche, mais Kofi qui ne peut pas l'empêcher de rentrer. Et les applaudissements de Patrice Neveu pour son capitaine héroïque aujourd'hui. Alors que du côté du Burkina, c'est Adama Guira, le milieu de terrain du club espagnol de Racing Rioja, qui va s'élancer lui aussi. Il a joué les 90 minutes. Adama Guira. Et carton jaune pour Jean-Noël Amonome. Alors, Adama Guira face à Jean-Noël Amonome. Guira qui a pris un contre-pied à Amonome. Eh bien, on va continuer. On ne s'en lasse pas de cette séance de tir au but. On vous a rappelé le record. 12-11 pour la Côte d'Ivoire de Didier Drogba contre le Cameroun de Samuel Eto'o. D'ailleurs, Samuel Eto'o qui avait loupé son deuxième tir au but. Et Didier Drogba qui avait réussi le sien pour envoyer la Côte d'Ivoire en demi-finale. Les Ivoiriens qui avaient échoué ensuite en finale face à l'Égypte. C'est Louis Ameka Ochunga qui se présente maintenant. Lui, il est rentré en cours de match. Le joueur de Niort qui va défier Hervé Kofi. Ochunga Omeka s'est parfaitement placé. Et le Gabon continue la course en tête. Pour le moment, Hervé Kofi a fait un arrêt, on le rappelle, sur la frappe de Gaylor Kanga, mais derrière, Saïdou Simpore a frappé au-dessus du but de Jean-Noël Amonome. Le Gabon toujours devant, alors que c'est le puissant Mohamed Konaté, l'attaquant du club russe d'Armat Grozny, qui va s'élancer. Mokonaté face à Jean-Noël Amonome. Mokonaté, pas beaucoup d'élan, il le place au ras du poteau, parfaitement frappé. Ce penalty par l'attaquant burkinabé. Jean-Noël Amonome était pourtant parti du bon côté, il est grand, 1m86, mais un penalty fort au ras du poteau, c'est inarrêtable. Il espérait tant un exploit de son gardien, Patrice Neveu. Et maintenant, c'est à nouveau, c'est le petit nouveau, Yanis Ngakuto. Le défenseur du SC Lyon de la Duchère, rentré à la place de Yohan Obiang au cours de cette partie. Ngakuto qui s'élance. Ah, c'est au-dessus. Ah, c'est au-dessus. Raté de Yanis Ngakuto. Le ballon qui passe au-dessus du but d'Hervé Kofi. Comme tout à l'heure sur la frappe de Saïdou Simpore. Il se prend la tête à deux mains, Ngakuto. La mine défaite Patrice Neveu, alors bien sûr c'est pas terminé, hein. Il peut encore y avoir un exploit. Un exploit de Jean-Noël Amonum sur la frappe du Burkinabé qui se présente maintenant, en l'occurrence Abdoul Tapsoba. Tout à l'heure, Edmond Tapsoba, le défenseur du Bayer Leverkusen, a marqué. Est-ce que Abdoul Tapsoba va envoyer le Burkina Faso en quart de finale? Jean-Noël Amonum est sur sa ligne, il sautille, prêt à l'exploit. Abdoul Tapsoba qui s'élance, ça s'est repoussé par Jean-Noël Amonum. Eh bien ça continue après cet exploit, cet arrêt incroyable réussi par Jean-Noël Amonum. Ah, il n'avait pas été en réussite hein, depuis le début de cette séance, le gardien gabonais. Eh bien là il part du bon côté, oula, est-ce que le pénalty va être donné à retirer ou pas? Parce que son pied gauche était vraiment limite sur la ligne. Le pied droit était avancé, mais ça il y a droit. Il fallait vraiment que le pied gauche... Non, il a été validé. Et la série continue avec maintenant Lloyd Palin, le défenseur de Bastia, qui a fait un match exemplaire. Lloyd Palin qui s'élance. Oh, le poteau! Le raté de Lloyd Palin. Il a voulu le placer, ce ballon, Lloyd Palin. Il a ouvert son pied un petit peu trop. Et la frappe du défenseur de Bastia finit sur le poteau, ou même plutôt sur l'équerre, parce qu'elle touche le dessous de la transversale. Hervé Kofi qui était parti du bon côté. Troisième échec gabonais dans cette série. Il y en a eu deux pour les Burkinabés qui vont maintenant se présenter. Alors qu'on arrive au bout de la liste des tireurs. Avec Ismaïl Ouedraogo pour le frapper. Lui, il est rentré en cours de match. Ismaïl Ouedraogo prend son temps avant de frapper le joueur du PAOK de Salonique. Ismaïl Ouedraogo, un nouvel exploit de Jean-Noël Amonum face à Ismaïl Ouedraogo, ou la qualification du Burkina. C'est le Burkina Faso qui va en quart de finale grâce à ce pénalty transformé par Ismaïl Ouedraogo. La belle aventure du Gabon s'arrête en huitième de finale. La règle qui veut que le Burkina Faso aille dans le dernier carré chaque fois qu'il sort des poules, eh bien elle continue d'être valable, parce qu'ils iront en quart de finale contre le vainqueur de Nigeria-Tunisie.
YSTV.